Hello guys, Mr. and Mrs. Pezzo 81. So at the moment there's been an amber alert for torrential rain and high winds. So I originally wanted to go out and wild camp, but somebody said no. Isn't that right, darling?
Yeah, it's safer to be in the house so that when it gets worse, you can just come inside.
So because of that, we've agreed that I'm going to camp out in the garden so that I'm able to record what's going on and experience it being outside, as I haven't gone out in the winter before. So within the video, I'm going to be doing some cooking as well tonight. I'm going to make up some chicken curry, and I'm also, throughout the night, if we do hear the wind or I hear the rain, I'm going to be able to record that as well and add it to this video. So I hope that you enjoy what you're going to be able to see today. Take it easy for now. Hello guys, just a little update. It's now just gone 10 to 5. The wind is beginning to pick up slowly. We're getting a couple of gusts here and there, so I thought I might try and see if I can get one on the video. I can hear the birds as well in the background, so that's quite nice. So I've been sat a couple of hours now just enjoying the ambience and peace and quiet, to be honest. Bit of a alone time. I'm in a little 4-man tent, a little 4-man dome tent, to be honest. Yeah, that one of my friends gave me a few years ago. I've used it a couple of times when I've gone camping, normal camping like, but I normally use it for when I do things like this, staying out in the garden. Not sure if you could hear that. As you see, the tent walls are moving a bit. So hopefully we'll get some good. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get some good weather later on to be able to get that experience. I'm not sure if that's been picked up on the microphone, but it is here a little bit. Getting a little bit chilly now as the evening progresses, but it's alright. It's not that bad at the moment. If it gets that really bad, I'll just go and put a jacket on or something. That should be okay. A little bit later on, I'll start doing the cooking. Hopefully that'll be alright. I'm using a different cooker today than the camping gas cooker. I think this one is called, let me tell you, this is called a Summit that I bought in the range. The reason I'm using that is just because it's easier because of the wind, to be quite honest, because it's very low to the ground as well, so that'd be easier to cook with. I'm gonna have a little cheeky whiskey later on. Jack Daniel's Fire, it's my favourite drink, to be honest. So I'll be having one of them a little bit later on as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update really. So it's getting evening time now, just after 6. It's getting dark, so I thought I'd start cooking up some food and getting hungry as well. So I've already put some garlic in this, and obviously the chicken is now in, as you see. Today, for a little bit of lighting, I've got a little battery operated lamp behind me, similar to this one. Not sure if you can see that. And I've also got a little lantern as well. I've got as well, paraffin lantern. So to the curry, I'm going to add some mushrooms and some asparagus. And I've also got some, I don't know if you can see, I've got some buttered chicken as well. So I'll be adding that to it as well. Just get a bit more lighting. That's better. been a bad afternoon, to be honest. Wind's picked up a little bit. It started raining a little bit a minute ago. And as it started getting dark, I thought it's better to start cooking up now, and that way I can also get some of the ambience as well. Within the chicken, I've added char grill seasoning. Char grill chicken seasoning is called, made by Sharwood's, I believe. I've added that for some more flavour. So what I do, when this gets a little bit more cooked, I'll bring you back. Oh yeah. So getting over now, the chicken and mushrooms. So I'm gonna add some sauce in the asparagus. This is butter chicken. Just stick on my head slightly so you can see. Oh. If only we had a smell coming. Add the asparagus. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Add the asparagus and let it simmer. Let it do its job. There you go, the rain's starting, so that's nice. It wouldn't be long. Just be quiet a few minutes so you can hear the rain on the roof. I love the sound of the rain on the tent. As I was saying earlier, I have a little cheeky Jack Daniels. Cheers. I always like to try and keep things tidy as well if I can, so it's less to tidy up at the end. So if you see me moving about a bit in the video, it's just because I'm trying to tidy some stuff up as we've been cooking. So I'll let that simmer away for a bit. So that's the curry cooked. Butter chicken curry. With mushrooms and asparagus. So I'll have a little taste. Get a bit of everything. Some mushrooms, some asparagus, some sauce, and some chicken. Just that. So we'll have a taste of that and go from there. Really nice. Really nice. As I said in the last video, if there's youngsters watching this, please make sure you have an adult with you when you're cooking, because I don't want you to get hurt. Because you have to be careful when you're cooking with gas or when you're cooking with gas or on a fire or anything, you need to be careful. Alright? Okay, bring you back later on. Thank you. There goes guys, that started to rain, so thought I'd bring you back. Still finishing off the curry though, so please forgive me. So yeah, as the rain was coming in, I thought I want to bring you back and let you listen to what I can hear really. Times like this as well, it's good to look around your tent, check the seams, make sure that it is not leaking anywhere. And really, is the best way to test it is as when you're when it's up in the garden, because the last thing you want to happen is for you to be out on your camping trip, 50 miles, 100 miles, wherever you decide to go, and for the leak. And obviously in the middle of the night, if it starts raining and it's leaking, you're pretty much stuck with it, aren't you? So when you ever get a tent, always check to make sure that the seams are sealed and make sure it's not leaking before you go out. That way you're always camping safely, aren't you? So always remember to do that. Rain seems to be going off a bit, so I'll bring you back when I hear it again. Thank you. Hi guys, it's 10 and 9 now. It's started raining again. But I think I would talk to you about some of my gear. The tent that I'm using tonight is a 4-man dome tent. I think I mentioned earlier in the video that one of my friends gave me. I've sometimes taken it camping with me, and I've used it in the garden. I think it's okay, to be honest. I was saying earlier that I'll use it for the garden, but I think if you had it for a weekend away, for just like 2 people really, it would be good for that. Just so that you've got somewhere to store your gear as well. Because otherwise, if there's 4 man, it is going to be tight for you, you know. Sleeping bags that I'm using. So tonight I'm using a blue sleeping bag. This is only a summer one. It's only 200 GSM, so it's quite fitting. But I normally use it as a cover over if it is a cold night that I'm going out on, just to make things a bit warmer for me. The next sleeping bag is this green one. This is a 300 GSM. This is actually quite good. It goes down to -5. I don't really find that I need the blue one, but I always bring it just in case. I bought this one in Tesco's. I think I paid about 10 or 12 quid, maybe 15 at most. I can't remember, but that's also okay as well. But I find this is adequate. Even when I go to Dartmoor, I find that this is adequate for myself. It is a bit weighty. I think it's 1.34 kilos or something, so it's a little bit weighty. Tonight I'm just using a normal pillow from indoors for that, but I do have some blow up ones that I carry with me as well. I've got a self-inflating mat. These are really good actually, especially when you're traveling on treks or Untitled Chapter, I believe that is. I can't really pronounce it very well, but yeah, this is the sleeping mat that I use. Sorry, self-inflating mat that I use. Once it's self-inflated though, I do blow a little bit of air into it, and all you do is twist this little knob on it, and that inflates it and deflates it as well. This is the sleeping mat. Same thing, the Untitled Chapter. I also put that underneath just for that little bit more comfort, and also especially when you go to Dartmoor stuff, sometimes you get like little stones or something underneath, and it stops the self-inflating mat from being penetrated. You'll see some bricks in the corners. The reason I use them is because I've got artificial grass, and I don't want to put any pegs into the ground, because otherwise it's going to ruin it. So I use the bricks to hold things down into place. That's pretty much the equipment I'm using tonight. I also have the Oz Trail lantern that I'm using. That's actually playing at the moment. That's actually on at the moment. This little thing here. I think they were about a tenner as well. I think I keep 2 of them, and I've also got a beanie hat that I used earlier on, which has got like a little light on it. Sorry if it's going to hurt your eyes. I'll just turn it to the side a second. So it comes up as different brightnesses, and all you have to do is clicking it. I think it's 3 or 4 different brightnesses, so let's count that. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and then it's off. So it's three different settings for the brightness, and all you have to do is press the little button there. I bought that one on eBay, pretty cheap. I think £6 or something, and it's a proper beanie hat. Keeps your head warm as well, so that's all right. So that's the equipment that I'm using. I hope this helped some people, and I'll see you later on. Thank you. Hi guys, it's 11 o'clock now, so I'm going to get myself off to sleep. If I hear the wind or the rain in the night, I'll wake up and we'll try and get that. I can hear it's building up again, so hopefully we'll get something later on. I forgot to say earlier, the self-inflating airbed and the camping mat that I use, and the little lamp, I actually bought them in Asda. yeah, I can't remember fully the prices now. I think I mentioned them earlier on in the video, but hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like, and I'll see you in the morning. If not, through the night, because of the wind and the rain. We'll see what happens. Okay, night night. Hi guys, it's 11:45 now, and I could hear the rain and the wind picking up, so I thought I'd listen in and take a brief couple of minutes of a video of it, so that you can have a listen to it. So I'll go quiet for a little bit and we'll have a listen. I put the blue sleeping bag over as well. I didn't want to really get too cold in the night, so I wasn't sure what the temperature is going to be, so I decided to put it over as well. You see the walls of the tent are blowing in a bit, alright? So it looks like we might have a good night. So what I do, if it gets any worse, I'll be back. Guys, 1:15 now. I think the wind is here to stay. It's been island for the last half an hour, I think, 40 minutes maybe. I did have the blue sleeping bag, but I just got too warm with it, so I took it off. So I think for this time of year, really, like I was saying earlier, the green one is actually this one is actually alright. It did say it goes down to -5, and I'm actually pretty warm with it, so it's not so bad. So I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit and so you can see the sides of the tents a bit better. There you go, that's better, isn't it? I didn't want you to be too much in the light, that's why I was just checking first. So the wind is keeping me up, to be honest. Keep me awake. That's alright, don't matter, is it? Done this for a bit of experience, so. No rain though. I wish there was, because the rain normally sends me off to sleep. So I'll leave you guys to it for a bit and see if it picks up any more. Cheers for now. Right guys, it's now it's 1:45 now. Rain's just started, so I'm gonna turn the light off for a little bit so we can have a listen. But I won't turn it off completely because I want you to be able to see the walls of the tent and get the ambience as well of what I'm experiencing. It actually feels quite cosy, to be honest. Yeah, I quite like it. It's not something that you do every day, so why not, as long as you do it safely. So if the rain starts coming down heavier and stuff, oh, there you go, that's what I spoke too soon. So I'll come back a little bit later on. Cheers for that. So it's now 2:30 in the morning. And the wind is getting much stronger. Hi guys, it's now 3 AM. As you can hear, the rain is here. Don't underestimate the weather, ever. Even if you are camping in the garden. Good morning. It's now 4 AM. So we've got some experience now. Being out in the rain and the wind, obviously you can still probably hear the rain. Originally I was going to cook up some breakfast and stuff as well. But obviously with the way that the weather is, I'm not going to do that today. So I'm going to start packing stuff up slowly that's already in the tent, like my sleeping bag and the mats and sleeping mats and stuff. So I'm going to start packing that up. And as soon as I get a break in the weather, I'm going to carry it back into the house. The tent, what can I say about the tent? The tent was great. I can't fault it at all. There was times when it was windier. I wasn't able to get that into the video when you had the gusts of wind. I wasn't quick enough to get the camera on to be able to video it, and it survived it. You know, can't really fault it. So as I was saying, because it's only a little 4-man dome tent for a weekend away, I think it's a great little tent. I don't know if I would take it on Dartmoor. I'm still in two minds about that. Because I do have an OEX Fox 2 that I use for when I go to Dartmoor, which is actually specifically made for this sort of thing. But this was just to test this one out and see what things was like. So as I said, I'm going to start packing stuff up and make my way back in. Morning guys. So never got a break in the weather last night like I was thinking, so I landed up staying in the tent till, what time is it? Oh, just after 9. 9:10, so I must have landed up nodding off. Nice. Well, what can I say? The wind. Hey. The wind was something else. So let's have a look to see if there's. I think what I will do this morning, make up some breakfast and stuff like that. Oh wow. Alright guys, I'm gonna make up some bacon roll this morning. Wow, that weather, eh? What can I say about it? Absolutely terrible. Never got an ounce of sleep until maybe around 4 o'clock, I think, to be honest, when I thought that I was going to pack down, but it wasn't possible with the weather. So sure this don't stick now. So I'll wait for this to cook a bit and then I'll bring you back. So I woke up this morning, as you saw, a couple of the poles came out of the tent, but apart from that it wasn't too bad. Let's see if I can get you a bit. There you go. That's better. Yeah, it kept me awake most of the night, to be honest. So I was awake till 4 or 5 a.m. I think. And then about 5 a.m. things started to die down and I must have nodded off. Originally I was going to come back in the house, but there just wasn't a break in the weather, so I must have nodded off, luckily. So I've had a couple of hours, so that's alright. But at least I can say that I've done it, I've experienced it. I can understand why the wife now doesn't want me to go out further, obviously. I am pretty shoulder here. I live in a terrace house, so I've got the house, I've got wooden fences, both wooden fences, and I've got a fence behind me as well. So I'll make up a cup of coffee as well. I was reading somewhere in some places hit 86 miles an hour last night, that wind. That's probably why I couldn't sleep, I expect. Take me off. Yeah, that's probably why I couldn't sleep, I expect. 86 miles an hour. So I'm going to have a bacon sandwich now and a cup of coffee. As you can still probably hear, the wind is still there, slightly. I'm just going to hold the camera a minute so that sorry, I'm a little bit close. Just want to hold the camera. So yeah, originally when I woke up, when I was awake at 4, I was going to come back in the house when I said I was going to pack up and get a break in the wind, but yeah, it just wasn't any. So I just decided to stay in the tent. Thought it was only a couple of hours anyway, so I ended up falling asleep. So we got some good footage. Got the rain on the tent, which is what I wanted as well, and the sound of the wind. So that was alright. Sorry, I keep thinking the wind's going to take the camera. So I'm just making sure it doesn't. Would I take this tent to Dartmoor? Definitely not. It's definitely not equipped for it. Especially with, I mean, even being protected by the fencing, it's still hit the tent quite hard. have is bake the sandwich and make a cup of coffee, and then start packing stuff up, I think. Bacon. Time for a vote. Turn that up. Let's listen to the sizzle. Oh, there isn't any. Oh well. So I'm going to have a sandwich, and then, as always, I'll have a first bite, and then I'll wait for the kettle to boil, and then I'll bring it back. Alright guys, just had me bacon roll. Kettle's almost boiled. It's taken a while though, because of the wind hitting the gas, so it's taken a while just to get there. As you can see, there you go, that's better. So you can see the taking longer than normal, but it did boil eventually. It is boiling. So I'll turn them off. Milk. There's coffee. So let me just turn you on again. Yeah, there you go. So all I will say is, don't underestimate the weather. You never know what's going to be like. Put my hat back on, my head was cold. You never know what it's going to be like. Even when it was an amber weather warning, I don't think it would be as bad as it was. So always make sure that you camp safely, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed what you've seen in the video today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.